Gypsy Rose is a whole mess. And when I say a whole mess, I mean a whole mess. Y'all are not going to get me to believe this girl. Not yet, anyway. Let's get into the Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose, Season 1, Episode 3 and 4. Ciao, bye.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
aunties
boop.
and everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Yeah. I'm out here early. I'm out here early doing what I gotta do. Okay. Y'all, I have been looking at this stuff, right? And we need to just wrap this up. Since today is a holiday, okay, we get an opportunity to do that. So be looking for me to come in and out, right? Because I'm actually like cleaning up, packing up some things to go to Goodwill, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, listening to Gypsy Rose too. I don't know how people believe this girl. It's just so many holes in her story, in my opinion, and everybody is to blame but Gypsy. But one of the people that I found very interesting in this particular episode is her daddy. This episode and the next episode, I'm just like, where was he? Like, Dee Dee did her stuff. This is too loud for me. Hold on, y'all. That's too loud. Okay. Yeah, that was just, ooh, child, that lipstick was screaming. Gypsy Mama did her stuff. We are not going to act like she didn't, right? Like, seriously, we not. But we're not going to act like her daddy didn't either. In episode 3, entitled I Pulled the Trigger, Gypsy was at this point trying to get her independence away from her mother. And honey, she was seeking every man that she could find in order to do that. Every man she could find in order to do that. Gypsy must got this smell on her, honey. Maybe she smells like a rose. Bitch, I don't know. But as I've been looking at this and listening to what Gypsy been doing and what Gypsy been saying, everything has been basically based on a man. Now, she said that, her mother was trying to get her independence and all of that kind of stuff. She had, went to this little function. Mama couldn't take her nowhere, child, where it was other people. But anyway, I digress. She had went to this little function and met this dude named Dan. And when she met the dude named Dan, she was like, hey, he was like, hey, you 19, boo. You may be young, but you're ready. Hey. She met this dude, and next thing you know, she running away from home. Now, what Gypsy did not say was that she had to have done this another time. And the reason why I say that is because she done stole her mother's pills and $1,000 cash that her mother had up in the house. So she laying up there with him. She goes to his place. Gypsy find out that he broke. She said that she ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. She said when she got up in the front house and she found out that the friend didn't have nothing, was living with, Dan was living with his friend, she said, oh no, I ain't got it to do with him. What the hell have I got myself into? So when the mama got up in the morning, Gypsy said like around 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. But anyway, she said that the mama got up around 4 o'clock in the morning, found out she wasn't there, but Gypsy left her damn phone. So, you know, the mother went through the phone and everything because I guess she didn't have a lock on it, or maybe the mama had a password to it. Then the mama, you know, found out where her little ass was. So the mother come over there, you know, and Gypsy like, you know, I'm grown. You know, I'm good and goddamn grown, you know, and I don't have to come and stay with you. I could be on my own. So the mother was like, all right, then. I mean, you know, cool in the game. Gypsy, where my money? So she gives the mother the $1,000 that she done stole from her. That's premeditated. Everything she did, in my opinion, was premeditated in a mother. Okay. So then she goes, so she says, okay, then her mama said, give me my pills. So Gypsy then gave the mother the pills. So the mother said, okay, Gypsy, come on, let's go outside and have a little sit down, a little discussion, if you will. So Gypsy has this discussion with her mother, and her mother was like, look, if you come back home with me, Gypsy, I'll go ahead on and let you date the little dude. But Gypsy wasn't even interested in him. You know, maybe she was looking for somebody else, hoping that she was going to find somebody else. You know, she just was like, you call, okay, it's my freedom. Now, Gypsy had already discussed and already said she felt like it was between her and her mother. It was going to be one or the other, bitch. It's either going to be you or it's going to be me. This is what Gypsy said out of her mouth. And the thing about it is, when she's talking and stuff like that, when they were talking to Gypsy like on the phone versus when they were sitting in the meeting with her face to face, she was two different people. When she's on the phone, she's giggling, everything funny. But when she's sitting in their face, she's, you know, subdued and all of that old bull. Come on. Anytime you sit up there and mastermind some books like she did, and then blame it on the dude, when the dude, Nick, child, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing all of this because these braids, they got my head on fire. I can't wait until they get old. Okay. Jesus. Whee! I can sit here and pour a whole bucket of water on my head. What is going on with the lip? I am not liking this. Give me y'all. Let's midday. Tap some of this off. What is going on? I don't like it at all. Excuse me, y'all. I know people probably for the first time like, what the hell? She stops in the middle of her conversation. Yeah, because when you sit and look at yourself and I don't like it, I've got to fix it like right on the spot. Right on the spot. So anyway, so Gypsy, you know, mama, she goes back with her mother and everything, but the whole time she goes back with her mother, she plotting. She was plotting her demise. When Gypsy said, I told them, let's get over with the parole. Let's do what we got to do. Ain't no need of y'all keeping me here because it ain't going to bring my mother back. What the fuck? What the whole hell? You sitting there telling somebody Y'all might as well go ahead on and parole me, because even if you keep me in here a day further, it ain't gonna bring my mother back. It just shows that she don't have no compassion. I don't care how many times Gypsy sits her ass up here and says, I love my mother and I miss my mother. Bitch, when you make a statement like that, you let me know you don't give a whole rat's ass about your mother. And given the fact that your mother took you through all of the stuff that she took you through, I absolutely can understand that. But bitch, Gypsy raw. She's raw. They say that Gypsy was just in in some type of, I don't know what she was on, but told her new man to shut up. Oh, maybe the purpose for having him is wearing off. Because in my opinion, Gypsy with these is for what they can do for her for the moment. I don't see Gypsy really wanting to be with his you know what? I ain't gonna call him fat because I'm fat myself. I'm just saying. So Gypsy ends up coming back. She still wants to get free. So then she meets Nick. She said that she had gotten to the point where she was arguing with her mother so hard it was having difficulties that she took and pointed a gun and pulled the trigger on it. She is ready to kill her mother herself. Or unalive her mother herself. She had gotten to the point where she was desperate. Then we got a confession from her father, Rod, who I am straight up looking at with the monkey side eye. I don't care. Let me tell you something. This man was not there for his daughter. He sits up there and says that he should have been there. Should have. You know how many kids in our society grow up fucked up because of an absent father. He was absent. Even on the day of her parole, he didn't show up. When has he ever been there for? Is he there now because there's lights, camera, and action? Because he damn sure did not show up. He sent her stepmother to her parole hearing. I don't care if he was out on sea, bitch, for 56 years. You put a dag on letter in a bottle, bitch, and tell them, send me the court date, throw this back out to sea, bitch. I'ma fish it up out of the mouth of a whale, and I will be there. This mother was never there, in my opinion, for Gypsy. By his own admission, he won't there. He sat there and allowed Dee Dee to do everything she wanted to do while he sat up there and had a whole wife and another child. That's what he did. He had a whole entire wife and another child. While Gypsy messing with Nick. The stuff that she said that Nick said to her, she started dating Nick. She fell in love with Nick's alter ego because Nick's alter ego had guaranteed her that he wanted to get off his chest. He said he a vampire, bitch, and he like blood. And that was perfect for her. That was her romance story. She said she felt like Nick was her knight in shining armor. And you know what amazes me? Out of all the people that in season 3, episode 3, out of all the people to get rescued and get filmed is Gypsy and her mother. And the neighborhood rallied together. And I kept sitting there thinking, Auntie, you know good and goddamn well that you and your daughter wouldn't have ever been able to get away with that shit. Never. We would have never got away with that. We'd have been one of another number trying to get out of Katrina. But no, not her and her mama. They rally around, the bitch get a house and all kinds of stuff. She's still running back and forth to the doctors. And the doctor's like, she fucked up like she's saying she is. Plus, she says she can't even remember where the medical records are. So the doctor said I ran tests on her ass and everything was coming up like green. And I was like, I mean, we ain't even got no yellow fellows up on here. Ain't nothing red. All this stuff that the mother is saying wrong with her ain't wrong with her. So I sent her to another doctor and another specialist and another specialist. And ain't coming up. Nothing's coming up. But yet and still, she getting Habitat through Humanity. Like, bitch, you. But if she looked like me and my daughter, they'd have been like, bitch, get in line. We got water, cases of water over here. You want some collards? I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. But I saw a whole lot of people ain't get from out of that. But Gypsy and her mama did. Why? And the thing about it is, in episode 3 and 4, Gypsy kept talking about how much she was stealing. Who the fuck taught Gypsy how to steal? So not only is Gypsy equipped with the knowledge of deceit and foolery, trickery, and foolala, she also has acquired skills sets of her own. This bitch know how to steal. I would be clutching my pearls and my bag if I had to sit around Gypsy with the way that Gypsy was lying, because the knife that Nick used the night of the unaliving, Gypsy stole from the Walmart. Everything that she did was premeditated. But still and yet she says that I was high. I did all of this stuff because I was high. Bitch. Everything she did was premeditated. She thought about everything. She sat out there and played with this dude, these guys' feelings, emotions, and their little weaknesses, because she know that that's what they think with. They had text messages and all kinds of stuff going on. Gypsy was a straight up. Gypsy had wigs, costumes. She was being everything that to Nick that Nick could even imagine. If Nick imagined it, she ordered that off Amazon, bitch. She ordered it off Amazon. And she became it. She did it. And she took it to a different level, because she said, well, she didn't confess to anybody. Well, bitch, you didn't have to confess it, because it ended up coming up. And once they found out through discovery that your ass had a video of chopping and Jason at the bed, they said, we got to take a plea, bitch. Because this right here shows premeditation. You took a plea deal. That's why you never told nobody, because had you not, it would have come out. Gypsy was smart as what she did not bank on was getting 10 years. That's all. She wasn't banking on getting a 10-year sentence. She fucked Nick's life up, or they did it together. And Nick is still sitting in there rotten. off of a lie, off of some bull she had going on. And then she talks about the night that it happened. So she met Nick. She met Nick on a dating site. And they decided they're going to be together. But she was throwing out little, my mother, if I don't do something with my mother, then I can't be with you. She had already assessed that this was stupid. She had already assessed that he had mental problems. As a matter of fact, that's the person she was attracted to. She was attracted to the vampire, not the Nick, because the vampire could get this done. But the vampire also told her that they were going to get married. And once they got married, he and the daughter turned 13, that he was going to do some strange stuff with the child. And she said she broke up with him, but she got right back with him because he needed to do mission impossible for her ass. Thank you, Susan. Susan said, you're not wrong. You straight on. Thank you, boo. Yes, Monica. Hi, boo. Yes, she was. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Yolanda. Holler at my members. Hey, Ray Della. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Amy. Hey, boo. Hi, everybody. I know y'all ain't used to having me out here, 3:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, downtown. Gypsy, I love you too, Yolanda. They said that she did all of this because of Munchausen. And I say she may have had Munchausen, but she also was traumatized too. In my opinion, she like that. She like that because she played the game. Yes, JRB, thank you. JR said yes, Munchausen by proxy. Thank you, boo. JRB, see, let me get my auntie together, damn it. Let me make sure that she, here, being, having a miseducation of Lauren Hill. Y'all, Gypsy was something else. I couldn't sleep under the same roof with Gypsy because Gypsy masterminded this. She took a little bit of advisement from Nick. She went and got the money that she stole to pay for Nick to get here. She planned all of this out. And then she has the audacity to say, I wish I could have talked to somebody about it. You did. You talked to Nick. You did. You talked to Nick. But you didn't talk to him that had any type of authority. And if you were slick enough to do that, then you were slick enough to do it with a doctor. Where your mother wasn't holding your hand. You chose to go another route. And for that, you're being celebrated. Because people look at what the mother did. And as I said, the mother was some the people ain't looking at the stuff that Gypsy did, and neither are they looking at the fact that her daddy was absent. He is here with the shoulda, woulda, couldas. When he didn't show up for her parole hearing, I said, in my opinion, because the one time she needed you. See, it's one thing to say, I got you, baby. If anything happened, I got your back. But it's another thing to show the fuck up. And the father didn't show up. At one of the most important hearings, meetings, appearances that she ever gonna do in her life, you don't show up. But I bet you he ready to show up for interviews and be filmed with her now. Thank God for my daddy. Thank God for my daddy. Because I see everybody ain't got one. Thank you so much, Casey, for the super sticker. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate you. I'm sorry, Q Sweet Sam. Not getting my alerts. I am so sorry, boo. Exactly, Shimon. Exactly. Shamonica said, you telling me she knew everything was a lie, sexting, but couldn't reach out and tell people she was. My point exactly. That's what I'm saying. So now she's with Nick. Nick's on her way. She decides to go in the bedroom because Nick told her. See, everything's somebody else's motherfucking fault. Go to hell with that. Everything somebody got to tell her. I did as I was told. I did as I was instructed. Well, bitch, did it? Oh my goodness. You know what I'm trying to watch my language. I am trying to watch my language. But everything she did was because somebody else told her that. The fuck out of here. Nick told me to make sure that I say goodbye to my mother. So I went in and I slept with my mother, and I woke up in the morning knowing, honey, that, today was the day that I had planned all of this out. I had made sure that I had all my ducks lined up in a row. And, when Nick told me to do this, so I'm going to do it. So she lays in the bed with her mother, play footsie, and watch television. And then tell her mother, I love you, and hug you. And the mother was like, I ain't dead yet. And she told me that was ironic. Oh, that was so ironic that my mother would say something like that. She probably got a hint because you was acting weird. Who does that? Look you right in your face, knowing that you're going to be gone in a minute. And you talk about this and so. So did she kill? So here's the thing. Because I guess I don't understand Munchausen by proxy. Because do people that got this, they just sit around and plan and plot? Y'all help me out, because I don't know nothing about this. I'm not a medical doctor, expert, or nothing. I'm just saying, do people that got that sit around and plot all day? Because from my understanding, ain't she the first month that ever killed somebody? She done sat up there and tricked her mother, bamboozled, hoodwinked her mother, knowing that Nick was on the bus, knowing that he had gotten the money. She even told Nick, hold on for a minute because I got to find a way to get this cheddar. And when she got that cheddar, she made sure she sent his stuff in a damn card. And y'all want me to do what now? Bitch, how y'all want me to feel? Y'all want me to just be like, oh my God, oh, no, bitch. I ain't got it to do. You ain't going to convince me to feel sorry for her because she was smart as hell. And then when she got down to the interrogation room, she act like it happened. And then she go tell me something, my mother had an opportunity to be saved. When? She had an opportunity to be alive. When? Let me tell you something. If my daughter ever did something like that to me, she ain't getting away with she gonna get life. She ain't gonna, her black ass ain't gonna walk away and y'all can get offended. But she ain't walking away with no 10 years. And she damn sure ain't getting 8 for good motherfucking behavior. Mm-mm. 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 My daughter ain't walking away with that for that. And you think they're gonna offer her a plea deal? That ain't 20 to life? Without the possibility of motherfucking parole? If my daughter did some shit like that and came up with this goofy ass, dumb ass story, and now she got a husband because she said in the first episode, you gotta have somewhere to parole. So I lied to my father and I withheld information. She be withholding information like I'm a. And now she wanted me Taylor Swift and Beyonce. And now her daddy sitting up there with the woulda couldas. Shoulda. Knowing if he was a black father, he'd have been labeled a deadbeat. I ain't trying to make this about race. I'm just doing comparisons. She was doing what she wanted to do. I believe that her mother was giving her more freedoms. I can't prove it. I don't see nothing in there. But just like somebody just asked, how did she get money for costumes? She said she was high as Cootie Brown. Every time someone went down, she was high. I couldn't go in there. I heard the screams of my mama, but I couldn't go because I was high. Everything she did, she was high. How convenient for you to be high. Where was the stomach tube and all of that? Her mother was taking her places. She was having other stuff. She was going to events. Her mother told her she could date the boy. See, because dead people can't speak. So all we got is her one side of this fucking story, and I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. And you ain't gonna make me buy it. I don't believe a damn thing coming out of her mouth. Thank you, Casey, for another super chat. Thank you, boo. Love you, Miss Casey. Thank you. And I don't mean to be hard. I ain't trying to blame the victim because she absolutely was a victim. I ain't saying she won't. I ain't saying her mother ain't do some stuff. I'm not saying that her mother didn't fuck her up. And I'm not saying that her mother that I probably wouldn't have did the same thing. I'm just saying that I don't believe her. And we're only hearing one side of the story. I don't believe all the stuff she's saying. And then also I hold her father responsible because where the fuck was he? 20 days in, 20 days out. If you already got a daughter, when I saw that she had a sister, I was like, oh, so he can take care of that baby, but he don't give a fuck about what Dee Dee doing over there to his other ones. Is the mother paying child support or no? He ain't got visitation rights that he been fighting for. And so with it, so hey Jane, hey boo, and so was Gypsy. That mama was, that Gypsy was too. Even now, I don't think that Gypsy's telling the whole truth. And I think it's a matter of time when she don't need that damn man she with now, whatever the hell his name is, she gonna be getting rid of his ass too, because they already said that her ass was in an interview and told him to shut the fuck up. It's on Reddit. Around 3,100, she nudged her Ryan, and around 46 the 46 mark, she told him to shut up when he mentioned she never went to school. They said trouble in paradise. He's certainly very talkative, but I'm not sure what she expected. They've been radio silence ever since that. By her own admission, she's a liar. Gypsy said she was a liar. Gypsy used these men. And then she had the audacity to have a standard when you're walking around in costumes. They trying to say that this woman raised her like she was a fucking baby, that she was babyfied and mummified. She said she even went on to say, you know, my mama told me to have my cycle in my diaper. And then when I got to jail, bitch, I don't believe none of that. I don't believe her mother had her walking around in a pamper because she was with men. So you mean to tell me that Nick and Dan was pulling down diapers? Bitch, nah. She had whole drawers on. She was ordering of Amazon.com, Kohl's, Sears, Woodworth and Lothrop. Her ass was even getting stuff from people's drugs. You not going to tell me that this girl was babyfied. People see her with them raggedy teeth and them scarves on and that bald head when she was a baby. But her ass grew up. Yeah, cat. Don't you said it, I did. No. People have frozen her in time. When she came out of that jail, everybody was all shocked and Zulu. She was grown when she was fucking. And then she gonna sit up there and say that he told her that when she told him to stop, buzzwords. I told him to stop and he didn't. Bitch, you's a whole lie. You was in the bathroom listening to what was going on. Your mother is screaming out, Gypsy, help me. You knew exactly what was going on. And you took pleasure out of that, according to some people. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody got time. Miss Southern Belle said something enticed them men, and it wasn't a diaper. So when she stopped using diapers, see, it's too many holes in the story for me. If it wasn't as many holes, I would not be as conflicted as I am. Bitches, too many holes. But when I went to prison, you know, the whole new world. Really? Really? I ain't got it to do. I ain't got it to do. Gypsy is a hot mess. And eventually, somebody gonna come out and spill her tea. Watch and see. Because that's how this go. Anyway, I will be back out. Y'all let me go and do some things to my living room. And I will be back out in just a tag. Y'all keep y'all notification bells on. If you having problems getting your notifications, unsubscribe and then resubscribe, right? It's going to affect my thing, but it's okay. Unsubscribe, resubscribe so that you can get the notifications. Make sure the notification bell is on. To get a notification for every video I do, your bell should turn gray. If your bell does not turn gray, that means that you don't have the notification on to get every time I go live. Okay, y'all. I love y'all so much. Stay tuned for the Confessions of Gypsy Rose, Season 1, Episode 6. Bye, y'all.